Hello, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. And I also just noticed that when Ezlo goes, hey, it also might be Link, but I think it's supposed to be hey. So last episode, we went to the Elemental Sanctuary, we powered up our white sword, and oh my god, I've forgotten all the buttons again. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, I got it. It's under control. We went to the Elemental Sanctuary, powered up our white sword, so now it's not a green-white sword, it's a red-white sword. And now we can stand on glowy things, and we can duplicate ourselves. It's cool, real chill, fun for puzzles, fun for the whole family. We got shoes, we did a lot of side quests, and it was a doozy of an episode. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of finding things that I missed on my notes as well. But that's not important. We got our shoes. We're not going the correct direction. I thought this was the way we were supposed to go to get where we needed to get to, even though we made it to where we needed to get to last episode. So you'd think I would remember that, but a lot of stuff. There were a lot of heart pieces, a lot of kinstone trading. How are you supposed to keep it all in your head? No, we can't run into the stumps and get rid of them. That is not a Pegasus shoe ability. But what it is a Pegasus shoe ability is just running out, keeping our sword ahead of us, protecting us from Octoroks. And also, now we'll be able to cross the Castor Wilds, because if you remember last episode, we tried to get across. And if you just walk across the swampy water, you'll start to sink. But you can just run across. And here is a rope. We saw the golden one before we saw a normal rope. As you can see, they're not so bad. They're not as bad when they don't, have just a ton of health because of the gold. The gold, very healthy thing to have your body be made out of. Some people will be like, oh, it's a real soft metal and very easy to hit. But also, I guess it makes you chunkier than having reptile skin or whatever. I don't know. That's just the rules of the game, and we can't fight the rules of the game. So now we gotta go to the Castor Wilds and try and find the next element or whatever. Now that is one nasty looking statue. That eye has such an evil glower to it. Yeah, this is a Igor, I believe is the name of this enemy. They were in Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. And they're like green and red in that game. They're just stone boys in this one. I don't know if, spoilers, it's an enemy. It's gonna come to life. I don't know if once it comes to life, it'll change colors. I do not remember that part. SP Hat's just chilling in a little like flower field, and we've unleashed it by cutting down those weeds. Which sometimes you need to cut the weeds, unleash the peat hats, let the peat hats out of their homes, and it's all good. Oh my god, I'm so glad we have the rock breaker ability. All those extra tiger scrolls that we got are going to come in handy, just for convenience's sake. Not that we'll ever be using the roll one. Like I've complained about it, but I love rolling in this game because it's just something to do that makes it feel like you're going faster, whether or not it actually does. I guess that was probably pretty obvious. That wasn't going to be a hidden like wall or that wasn't going to be good. Ooh, so a guardian was protecting the treasure. Take care while fighting it. Oh, thank you for the advice, Ezlo. So this is a dark net. They're the big meaty sword boys of the Zelda series. Who they want to do a duel. They want to duel you. They haven't learned about the power of duel monsters and the cards and the blue eyes white dragons, etc., etc. The marauding captains. So they're just gonna sword and board it, and that was actually a lot easier than I expected it to be. Here we have a new kinstone piece. So I said that there were special kinstone pieces that we didn't have in our bag previously, because like I said last episode, there are only 8 different types of kinstones, but throughout the game we'll find gold kinstones, which are just plot relevant, like, oh, we're going to use these to open a door, fuse something with somebody, and then they'll be like, well, you've opened a door, you've unlocked my lock, whether it is a actual gate or a metaphorical one, it doesn't matter. We have the gold kinstone, and now we can go through. So I'm guessing we'll probably find a few more of those, have to fight a few more dark nuts, because like I said, there are more gold kinstones in this one. It's interesting because we only have spots for 11 kinstones, which I assume means at some point we'll be able to hold 3 of the gold ones, or yellow, I'm going to say gold. Zelda series, especially in America, loves the color gold. Oh, this is just normal water. I can't do shit about this. We can't run across that. We'll just sink in that. The swampy water has just enough chunkiness to it that we can get our footing on it for a time. There is a little Minish, like pipe tree stump thing we could go through. If we find the ability to become Minish, that'd be nice. I just assumed we couldn't cut the spiked Barbie viney boy. Oh, there's a thing here. I don't think we've come down here. I was like, oh, I don't know where to go. And it's because I wasn't paying attention, I guess, because I didn't notice that vine. Can't do anything about those walls yet. We could run into it with the Pegasus boots. Still not going to be the answer to our prayers, our desires, our cravings, I guess. What about you? What do you have to sell me? I want to sell you arrows, but you don't have a bow. Come back later. Whoa, spoilers. There's going to be a bow in a Legend of Zelda game? Wow, what a mean Deku Scrub, spoiling that there's a bow in this video game. Who would have thunk it? Oh, I need to think about what I'm doing. Luckily, once you start like running, it like gets you out of the muck. So like, well, if you start sinking, you can just like, it wasn't as bad. I thought we'd have to like keep up a continuous run and check out places, but it seems fine. There was something over here though. Like I thought, it would be just a little bit more work to keep up, but no, it was perfectly fine. We're all good in the hood. And it was just this all we were coming to? Which button does the thing? I had to look down at my controller because I am 1,000 years old and can't remember controls anymore. I love the maps in this game. Just give you enough detail to like be able to like, oh yes, I can see what's going on. And yeah, it seems like it's small time, baby. Let's shrink down and see what's happening, because it looks like there's something over here. You can see some reds. Oh, I was like, we can see some reds, we can see some blues. Maybe there's like some Minish chilling over here. There's the oh nope. Buttons. I wasn't looking at the thing. That was my fault. I should just stare at my controller instead of the game. Oh, there's some like little flowers in the water, like little like different color lotuses. I don't know if lotuses come in different colors in the real life. I've always seen the pink ones, but now that I say it out loud, I don't know if I've ever seen a real lotus plant. Like when I think of lotuses, the first thing I think of is 999, which is cool anime. We all love some cool anime. No, the first thing I think of is the lotus guardian. I think it's called the water guardian. But there's like a lotus flower in the Forever Fields level in Paper Mario. So that's always like when I see a picture of a lotus, hear someone talk about a lotus, it's like, oh yes, the video game Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64, rather than an actual flower. Now you got a bow. Now you can take out enemies from afar. Hooray! Which will become useful because it's a bow. It's a Legend of Zelda game. It's going to be useful. But also, in Link to the Past, there was a certain way of dealing with Igors. And hey, I bet you can guess what we got to do to deal with the Igors. This is a cute little area, like there's no like danger here. This area specifically, with like where we just get on the thing. We get to use our Gust Jar again, which is great because everybody loves the Gust Jar. And then you see some cool flowers. Can we? No, we can't. We can't run while we're small. Yeah, I wasn't pushing the wrong buttons. What if we just? Yeah, we just plopped down. I was like, I wonder if we can just walk across that now that we're small, because now we're lighter. I guess that was my thought process. You have to try things. And I don't know why I keep turning around and keep freaking out, thinking like, oh no, I got to get out of the swamp before bad stuff happens to me. But we know we got some time. We're not going to sink down immediately. What happens? Oh, you just get. Oh, you hop in this game. That's very cute. You turn towards me. Oh, I'm not aligned with you. That was my fault, Igor. I think you do just have to kill them with arrows. There's no like, oh, once you hit them and they're awake, now they're susceptible to sword. It's just, nah, you got to keep shooting arrows into their eye. It's a Legend of Zelda game. You see an eye, you know what you got to do. It's arrow time, baby. If you see eye, if you see big ol' hands, it's arrow time. That's how it goes. So be it. This is an Andross video game. The Legend of Zelda Star Fox video game, Andross. Oh, thank you. Andross is here. I almost said Androx. But yeah, Andross is from The Legend of Zelda, and you can't change my mind about that. Oh, the rope can slither across the swamp, which I guess would make sense. Like, because snakes can swim, and it's weird to see it happen, but they can do it. There's no problem. They just get in there. Oh. There's a dojo. That wasn't what I was expecting. I'll take your heart piece. Thank you very much. We need... Oh, that was even a new heart container? Or was it the first one? Oh, it was the first one. Okay. What's up? Though my body may perish... I think it already did. I am still the true master swordsman of Hyrule, Swiftblade the First, spirit of the swordsman. If you train with me, I shall teach you skills that are out of this world. It seems you are not ready to train with me. Oh no, come back when you have all 7 Tiger Scrolls. Okay, well, we'll come back when we have all 7 Tiger Scrolls. Oh boy, you could come into this and you could see like how many there are. Oh, that's interesting. All of they're color coded, so all of Swiftblades are like this fun little green that I like. And then I think you were Greyblade. Yeah, we couldn't learn from Grimblade because Grimblade was like, oh, it's too dark in here, dog, and I have to stay here. But once we learn all the other 7 techniques, then Swiftblade the First, Spirit of the Swordsman, will be willing to teach us a thing or two about the blade. So we'll have to remember to come back here later in the game. That's interesting. I didn't remember that this is where, like I remember that there was a swords like technique where it was like, oh, you got to learn all the other swords to be able to do this one. But I thought that Swiftblade taught it, not Swiftblade the First. Oh, hey. So these little statues, they want to do a little trade with us, and we can assume once we do the trade, something will be done about this rock. But we only have 1 of Kinstone, so we could do a trade right now. But there's no need. Just come over here, rope. I guess we can slam into you with our new technique, and we can examine this once again, and we can baffle our minds. It's so strange. Yeah, it's rattles, not baffles. I mean, a baffle, a rattle. I think I'd rather be baffled than rattled, because rattle, sounds like it could have like an uncomfortable like physical component to it, whereas like baffled, it's just like, oh geez, I'm confused, and I'm confused a lot of the time, so it's just like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm confused, as opposed to being like, oh, I'm rattled. I got like, if I'm baffled, I can like stand up and like put my hands on my hips and go, huh. But if I'm rattled, I'm gonna want to sit down. So like those crests are really eating Ezlo up, is what I'm saying. I think we should talk to Ezlo like, hey, it's not that big a deal, buddy. We'll figure out what they're for eventually. Do we just need to come over here, or is this the area we were just in? Oh, no, this is the area where we began in, when I was like, oh, there's water, and we can't get across it. I see. I understand where we are now. Spatial reasoning is an important aspect of The Legend of Zelda. And it's funny because, I've Let's Played a lot of Zelda games, but most Zelda games I've played so many times that I can autopilot. And y'all have heard me talk about like, oh yeah, I just went on autopilot while I played this. I thought this would be like a trap door or something. But no, it's just a nice little carpet in front of the thing. I also thought we'd have to fight another Darknet. Okay, well, that worked out well for us. But this one, I know this game decently well. I've played it like maybe 5 times, but it's been a long time. So, just feeling it out, Is there another thing we could... I was going to say air to, but that's not really what that's not how you say it. Okay, there's a cave up in the top right that we haven't been to. Thank God for maps. Maps are so good, actually. I don't know what everyone's on about, but hey, maps are bad. No one says that. I don't know why. But maps are super cool. I've always really just enjoyed them. Just looking at a map makes you feel good. Oh yeah, I forgot about the side door. Okay, cool. I'm glad that it was just like, I forgot that we have to shoot it in the eye to wake it up. The ones in Link to the Past, some of them you need to shoot them in the eye to wake them up. Some of them you can walk up and wake them up. Also, very kind of them to go ahead and just fork over 5 arrows every single time we kill one of them. Also, yeah, we can kill Peahats easy with our bow and arrow as well. I think our boomerang would come in handy for killing them. So I'll need to remember to use our boomerang. Also, it looks like that's just water over there. So nothing we could do about that, like even if we were to run over there. Oh, is this one just as simple as this? We walk in, we get the thing. I feel like that should be a trap door. I was like, I don't know why it's not a trap door. Like, it's a good thing it's not, but, it feels like it should be. Oh, yeah. I opened that menu. That was just the wrong one to equip. I keep opening that menu. Whenever I see the map, I'm like, oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm now in the map menu. But that's not how this game works. There's no map menu. Let's see if we can just run past there and just take a sneaky little peeky. Yeah, we're going to need some a pair of flippers. I know I spoiled that in the other episode. It's... Well, I was about to say, like, what do you think's going to happen? Long's going to get swimming lesson, but that'd be fucking own if you're playing a Legend of Zelda game, and it's like, oh, you can't swim, and you go and get a swimming lesson instead of a pair of flippers. That would be really, really cute, and I would appreciate that, and I might steal it for my own game. So don't steal it. Okay, so yeah, we can throw the boomerang, and we can stun the Peahat. Its flower falls off. Can't fly. Are you going to... Oh, it just hops around. That's so sad. This is your punishment for being an annoying enemy. You can just live in your cute little flower patch. You'll learn the errors of your way, and from there, you can become a better... I'm going to stop. I was going to start talking. I was like... Oh, okay. I wasn't going to talk about Buffy, but I was going to make a Buffy reference, and I'm not going to let my friend Steve win, even though I really liked Buffy, and I'm done watching it now. So we're going to stop there, but I was going to make a joke about Buffy. Oh, look! The statue got happy when we did the Kinstone fusion. That was cute. And also, it appears that they are not going to... please don't tell Steve. That the... They're not going to move the stone for us. We're going to make them happy by fusing the kinstones, and then they do a little smash, and they're going to break it for us. Some like long distance ground pound stuff, a technique that Wario himself would see that and be like, oh, wow, very impressive, wahaha. And then, I don't know, he would sit down and eat a bowl of garlic with these statues, have a good time, maybe make a like 2-second long mini game, and then not do the land games anymore. Unfortunately, they did make one land after WarioWare started, and I don't mean to hate on WarioWare, because WarioWare, some fun games there, like full games, not just like, oh, there's some fun mini game. You understand? They're fun. It's just sad, and it's easy to be bitter about them because they're not the land. Here we have Armos. Armos got some chunky boys in this game. We just wake them up. You walk up to them. You wake them up. Igor's sometimes. Oh, lever. Hey, we're seeing a red lever. We managed to see the blue ones before we saw the red ones. Which the red ones are the weak ones, and then the blue ones are the strong ones. And then if you're playing Breath of the Wild, there's also like black, white, or I think it's black, silver, and gold. Like I always see the silver ones and think they're like white because you just seen black, but there also might be white and silver. I don't know. It's been a while since I Breath of the Wild. So this Igor, not moving. And, we could probably figure out what to do with it. But, we want to go visit our friend over here. Hoy indeed, these soldier statues. They're called Armos, you fucking chump. Here were built by the Minish ages ago to help with humans. I'm so sorry for calling you a fucking chump. It's kind of a secret. But there's a switch inside that turns them on or off. Same. We all have our very own switches inside of us that turn us on and off. And we can just do our best to make sure that it is always flicked to the appropriate station. So yeah, we get to come in here and turn on the Armos. And it's really cute. You light like a little thing, you see it light up, and now it's on. Before, like the eye hole that we entered was like pitch black, and now we can see a light in there, and we're able to wake it up and beat its ass. And even though it has a shield, it doesn't seem like it's blocking our hits very well. Not a very powerful Armos. Sometimes Armos are pains, like in the Zelda games, like in the Zelda games, yeah, great. That's and the Game Boy ones, like in the Oracle games, I think you can kill them with the sword, but in Link's Awakening you need a bomb to kill them. You might need a bomb in the Oracles as well. It's been longer since I played the Oracles than Link's Awakening, thanks to the Switch port, which was pretty decent. Oh, that was just a statue that exploded when we killed it. Oh, there's like little vines for Minish to climb up. Could we have gotten over here as Minish? I don't think so, because there's grass in the way. So even if we had oh, there's a Minish hold there too. I couldn't see because of the hearts on our HUD. I guess we'll be coming from the other way once we Minish size like up here, as opposed to coming from that first one. Link's Awakening on the Switch, pretty good. Very pretty looking game. Like the soundtrack. I don't like the movement in the game. Movement's a little stiff. Because, like, as you can see, when I'm moving in this game, I can, like, jam on the D-pad and kind of go, like, diagonally and, like, kind of move, like, not aligned to a grid. Whereas in Link's Awakening Switch is very, like, grid-focused. So the movement ends up feeling a little stiff in that game. It took me a little getting used to. It's not bad by any means, but it's just, like, it feels stiffer than the, like, Game Boy original, which is a little strange. Not to say that it's bad. In fact, I think it's quite a good version of the game, and I like it a lot. But like, just being like pedantic, I would be like, oh well, it's not a definitive version because of the movement. Like if I'm gonna replay the game, I'd probably play that one. Even though I am a big fan of DX and I like to do in the pictures and stuff. It's sad to see like just a small thing that kind of not even ruins it, but just dampens the experience for a big fan who clearly I played a lot of 2D Zelda games. It's just like I just can't move the way I want to in that game. I still played it to completion. Did all of the what's the dungeon? There's like a dungeon maker thing in that game that everybody was upset about because it wasn't like a full-on Zelda maker, which a full-on Zelda maker would kick ass. But you know, it like a test run for it. It's hard to be like super like mad like, oh, this wasn't a full-on Zelda maker in a game that you know, isn't that. I just want to check if that's a bombable wall just based on the way those tiles go in there. So there's my review of Link's Awakening Switch. Pretty damn good. I would recommend playing it if you've never played Link's Awakening. I would also recommend playing it if you have played Link's Awakening. It's good. I like it. I was about to say, can the ropes not get past the grass? But they can. They can slither on by anytime they want. Oh, I see. We got to come back as a Minish. But it's useful that we came over here anyways and killed them. So now we won't have to deal with the sneaky snakes in our way. Also, if I had cut that grass over here, we wouldn't have to go around. I guess we could have engaged the ropes and honorable combat and broke out our blade. I don't think that would have gone too hot for us, but you know, we can always try and like Shadow of the Colossus it and just have like, I was about to make a joke like have this big boss battle with a normal sized enemy because we're small, but we've literally already done that in this video game. So whoops. We didn't Shadow the Colossus it though. We didn't have to climb on the big green choo-choo, which once again is a misnomer. It's a normal sized choo-choo. Long's just a dipshit who's like, it's a big one. I've never seen one that big. And it's like, no, my boy, look at it. My boy, because I am Eslo. Spoilers. I like oh, you fast. Yeah, sometimes there's fast Armos. And see, like these ones are on. I was gonna say they don't want to fight, but it just looks like that one that ran away from us doesn't want to fight. Okay, well, there is a puzzle here. We could like try and kill. We will have to kill them, I guess, because we saw one of these statues before, and once we kill all the enemies here, it looks like those explode. I don't know what we're gonna do about that other one, but if it's gonna run away from us and like stop us from getting to where we want to go, we don't have to kill it. Cool, which works out for us. Because, you know, if it's going to run away from us and stop us from getting where we're going to go, and then for some reason be perfectly protected from the back, even though, like, we should be able to, like, you know, Dark Souls ass backstab it and get the critical damage and be good. That's what's happening there. What's happening here is this is a little bit small, very little baby puzzle because we became a small little baby, which is very, I guess, offensive to the diminutive. I think it's diminutive. The Minish, you know, to be like, oh, they're small little babies, because it's like they're full grown adults. Like I'm sure there are small little baby Minish who are like the size of a Minish thumb, which is very small and tiny. Wait, we can break these, right? Yeah, I forgot that the move is called Rock Breaker, because I was like, yeah, you can't break rocks with a sword. That'd fuck up your sword. But no, we're all good in the hood. Oh, and those the rock head beetles. No, they cannot pose any issue to us any longer. Also, we accidentally solved a puzzle that I didn't know was, well, puzzle, you know, it's an arrangement, an encounter with some enemies. It was no big deal. We come over here, this loops us back. Did we ever, yeah, we became Minish and went back. Is this the dungeon? Oh boy, the Fortress of Winds. We've already found the dungeon. 30 minutes, and I guess I did start the recording a little bit early, and then like spaced out because I was like getting my like notes together. So I guess, hey, we'll do the dungeon in this episode. We had a long one last one. We didn't manage to make it to the dungeon, but we went through the Wind Runes and the Castor Wilds, and now we're here. To think the runes were hidden within this cliff the whole time. Watch your step, Blanc the Second. There may be traps in here. We'll have to keep an eye out. What was the name of the dungeon? It was like the Fortress of Winds. Okay, I just couldn't remember because we were just in the Runes of Wind. So I was like, and then Eslo said the thing about being in the runes. Oh, Stalfos. Blue Stalfos, they jump at us. We haven't seen Stalfos yet. Stalfos, a very iconic Zelda enemy. Normally they're a bit like earlier game enemy. You know, just based on like Zelda 1, you would see them, and then they would just kind of shamble around, and then like starting in like the 2D Zeldas. You got me. The sneaky pots that fly at you, except they're skulls. And there's an eyeball. We know what to do with an eyeball. You always want to hurt an eyeball if it's a Zelda game. But it looks like they skip straight from like, we're gonna do the boys who just kind of shamble at you, and just skip straight to the good ones who want to jump at you and get you. I don't know if there are any other colors of Stalfos in this game, because like in the Oracles and probably in Link's Awakening as well. Yeah, there's the rupee. Like all those rupees on the ground, it was safe to assume one of them was a like. I guess we could always also break out our boomerang and like just bring stuff back to us. And of course, the red one was going to be a thing. Oh, anti-fairies are in this game. So that enemy that just came by us was an anti-fairy. They're normally pains because they'll just kind of patrol around the perimeter of the ground. And the layering on this is... yeah, we managed to get it right before it disappeared. The layering on it made that fairy kind of disappear under the wall. Anti-fairies, one of my favorite enemies in Zelda games, because typically there's a trick to turn them into fairies because they're anti-fairies. Not that you would ever know, because it's not like... Oh, I was going to say, it's not like the names of the enemies are in the game, but I guess they are with the figurines in this one. But, typically there's not like a bestiary. I almost said bestiary, which I think it's bestiary. I guess, I don't think bestiary, I don't think it has an A in it, actually, now that I think about it. It doesn't matter. But normally, like, something like that, you would never, like, learn an enemy's name in one of these games all that easily. Oh, and let's go ahead and... Oh, nope. There we go. I'm going to miss it now because I did a bad job. I don't know if these will open back up at any point, but we'll go ahead and we'll go this way first. I'm not sure if there's, like, a smart way to go through this dungeon. Like, the first dungeon that we did, the small boy dungeon, the Deepwood Shrine, so referred to by fans, you know the word I'm trying to say. Everyone calls it the small boy dungeon. It's just a normal thing that people do. Okay. Oh, I can't shoot up my arrow while we're cloned. I was like, I couldn't remember what you can and couldn't do while cloned. I was like, well, shoot out 2 arrows, that'd be sick. But no, that's not how that worked. Oh, no, I thought we could get it before it went away. But in this game, you shoot your arrow pretty slowly. We can like ready it up and like move around, which is neat and fun when you can do that in Zelda games. But like normally you can like rapid fire them a little bit quicker than that. But like I was tapping A that entire time and didn't fire it off. But yeah, the other 2 dungeons we've done have been pretty linear. And this game kind of takes away from, or it takes in. It's in like the vein of like that Wind Waker style of dungeon where it's a little bit more linear of a path that you take through the dungeons. But I remember this one kind of opening up a lot more than a lot of the other dungeons in this video game, especially up to this. I think that rope got stuck. Up to this point, like even the Cave of Flames, like it was pretty much a straight path. Like there were a few times where like there were a few rooms we could kind of look around. And of course, at the end, when I made the mistake of... Oh, I see. Okay. I was like, nope. There we go. I was confused there for a moment. So like, if we push it against the wall, we're going to be stuck. And what's up with this other one? But no. The idea here was we need to... we're going to be able to continue pushing the block. It's also interesting because normally in Zelda games, most blocks can't be pushed like more than 1 tile. So that was... It stumped me for a moment, but it all worked out. Oh, hey, the boss door, we're already there. Obviously not. You know. Oh, this is a fun one. I always remember when they do stuff like this in Zelda games where they drop a key down like a couple floors. They do this trick a couple times in the Game Boy ones, and I just enjoy it. Did something fall down, or was it just my imagination? I imagine Eslo just... Oh my god, what if Eslo's having these visions? Because like, there's things that happen where Lonk... Like, we, the player, see it, but Lonk, the character, couldn't have, like... Lonk could have seen the key fall, but Lonk couldn't have seen, like, the camera track it falling all the way down with it. So perhaps Eslo, as we've learned, was, like, a sorcerer or whatever, made a hat that could, like, grant wishes, so... Probably some strong magic potential there. Magic with a K, so, it's, like, the real shit. I also could break up my boomerang and try and stun them. But, it's whatever. I also could try and do the... well, that's why we don't try to do that move. Because it doesn't work all that well. So just, like, the spacing is strange. Because, like, the roll, Yeah, I mean, I managed to land it there. The roll, like... I've already done the song and dance. You understand. It's just spacing. It's strange, etc., etc. But yeah, perhaps Eslo's having like these visions of like when you fuse a kinstone, like, oh, don't worry, my boy, I know what happened. I'm guessing this is probably the map since it's just a little freebie sitting here. Yeah, a little dungeon map. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and just check the dungeon map while we're here. It's not a terribly huge dungeon. Oh, I like the way this I like the way this one looks. I'm trying to remember the gimmick to it because we've come in on those two whatever. It just looks interesting on the map. We do have a key, so we could open one of these, but let's just do a little bit more of exploring before we crack that bad boy open. Does this lead us? Oh, I thought this might lead us outside the dungeon. I was like, what's up with that? Nothing we can do with that. We can't hold that switch down yet. Okay, nothing we can do at all. There's just too much gunk in our way. If this was Skyward Sword, we could pull out our Gust Jar. It would be the Gust Bellows in that game, and just suck up all this dirt, and it would be good. But unfortunately, the Game Boy does not have the incredible rendering power of the Nintendo Wii. Oh, this is what's happening here. That's interesting, the way it portrays it as like 5 separate rooms, but this hallway doesn't really show up because we have both the map and the compass, so we should theoretically be able to see every room in this dungeon. I wonder why it... let's break out our boomerang so we can deal with this anti-fairy. Because we do have a third bottle since we went on Bottle Palooza last episode. I managed to get all of... Well, I said all of the bottles, but, we have almost every bottle in the video game. So we can do whatever we want. Oh, is this classic of Zelda where one is correct and the other one drops snakes? I guess not. I guess one makes that appear and the other one will probably open the door. Unless killing... Oh, yep. I guess this one will open the door then. Interesting. Okay. I saw the two levers, pulleys, whatever you want to call them. And it was just like, oh, okay, one's going to drop the ropes down on us. Snakes are... Not snakes are... Oh, Moldorms. They're Moldorms. There they are. They're our friends. We love them. I don't know why, but I do always get a little, like, giddy seeing the Moldorms. I guess just because they're just silly enemies. Just good fun. Probably keep the boomerang out just so we can protect ourselves and free these anti-fairies from their life of patrolling the sides of rooms endlessly and let them do something they'll enjoy a little bit more, which is, I guess, being a fairy. Oh, the parallax scrolling looks a little strange there. Not like too strange. It just feels like it should scroll a little bit less, but I guess it's stuck in. Wait, do we... Yeah, if we did this now, we wouldn't be able to hit those buttons. So I'm guessing, yeah, there's another cloning tile, I guess. Glowy tile, cloning tile, whatever we want to call them, underneath the Armos. Is trying to hide it from us. But it was to no avail. I wish that meter was a little bit shorter. It takes a little bit too long to charge up that meter. Later points of the game, it'll get a little like stressful and like, oh, okay, so they intended this to be like a thing where it's like, okay, this takes some time for action reasons, but it's like, I just want that action to take a little bit less time, and we can't get up there. As you see, there's a small like step there that is stopping us from getting up. Oh, that's convenient that they have another Minish thing over here, so we don't have to walk all the way back. That's a nice consideration for us, the player. Yeah, I wish it didn't take so long to charge that up. Also, I was gonna say the spin attack takes a while to charge up. I mean, it does. Like that sparkle has to hit the end of your sword before you're able to do it. So just some things take time, and I hate when things take time. Oh, thank you. The Armos just scoot over for us. And now we don't have to kill it. But we will. What if it has a green kinstone piece or something? Or even a blue one? Or as we've learned, maybe a red one. I don't know. I didn't look into the thing to be like, oh yeah, sometimes... Or I didn't look into the thing where we got the red one in that one place, the N. That's what the place was called. Oh, could we come down here while we're tiny? Is that a thing that we could do? I suppose I could just run back up and check. No, you know what? I'm not... Or maybe I should. Whatever. We'll check the next room and see what's up, because there is a little tiny hole. So one could assume that there's going to be something that we need to become, small for over here. Out of my way. Yeah, so like we would need to become small to get over here, and it's just to get a heart piece. So it's just a little bonus extra thing. So I'm gonna run back up, become small, and drop down the hole. That break that I took just to run back up here was a really smart idea in retrospect, because I have a bad habit of like cracking my wrist. Where you just move your hand and it can crack. Like sometimes, like some people can do it, some people can't. But I just have a bad habit of always doing that, and it's not bad for you. It's just air releasing from the joints. It's not like going to mess you up or anything. I asked a doctor because I have arthritis in my knees, and I was like, oh, all my parts crack. Is that bad? And they're like, no, that's just your body. All bodies are bad bodies. So that was fine. But I went to crack my wrist and realized that I was holding the controller a weird way. Oh, and I cracked it. I hope that didn't pick up on the mic too much, because I know that grosses some people out. And I'm not here to gross people out. We're here to have a good. You son of, how'd you do that? Just shocked me from the other side of a block. I trusted my friend the block, but you managed to get me anyways. And none of these blocks are... Oh, there we go. Come over here. I demand that half a heart back. I'm going to consume you right here. There, just smack you in my face. I always wonder with the fairies. Some fairies, it's very clear. Oh, they just sprinkle some magic on you and fly away. But sometimes like that one, it circled around us. We can assume that it sprinkled some magic on us, and it's not oh, Lonk just ate the fairy or whatever. But sometimes there's enough room for speculation that maybe Lonk ate the fairy. Who's to say? I suppose Nintendo could come in and say, no, you can't say that, and then destroy my YouTube channel or whatever. But the joke's on them. Oh, nope, Floor Master or Wall Master. I think Floor Masters come from the ceiling. No, yeah, Wall Masters come from the ceiling, which is a weird thing, because you're well, the wall. I've done this. I was just about to be oh, but the what is a wall but a ceiling on the side? And I've 100% sure I've said that exact same sentence in a different Legend of Zelda thing. And also, I like the eyes and like a big old mouth right here. It just looks funny. Is this another Dark Nut mini boss? Yeah, it's a Dark Nut. Let's break out our shield. Let's break out our shield, please. It's tiny and adorable and could save our life. Now we just gotta get around the Dark Nut and get to them. So Dark Nuts are an interesting enemy, because they're typically saved for this is a more difficult enemy that you're going to have a hard encounter with in Legend of Zelda games. And it's funny, because normally Zelda combat's pretty simplistic and not all that hard. But I remember in Wind Waker, which, Wind Waker's a Zelda game for babies, aside from the annoyances that it has. All Zelda games are for babies, so, you understand. But I remember the Dark Nuts in that game being pretty tricky to fight. And also the Dark Nuts just don't have the HP I'm expecting them to. I'm expecting these Dark Nuts to just tank all of the damage we throw at them. Has not been that case. We just got some blade traps that we have to deal with. And I always love when blade traps move in a little pattern like this. It's fun. Unfortunately, we do not have the ability to jump, my favorite ability in any Legend of Zelda games, because it's very convenient. So we'll just have to run around in a circle and come over here. And this looks like this is going to loop us back. Okay, I was going to say this is going to loop us back to the other room we were just in. So I was what's the point? We haven't gotten anything out of it just yet. We used the key to come up through this area, but they've hidden a little hidey hole back here. And oh, the dungeon item. Yes, the moments. Dig, dig, dig to your heart's content. that's all it's gonna say, huh? Yeah, moments. You dig. It's neat. So I've mentioned Skyward Sword a couple times, and I definitely brought it up in the Skyward Sword LP. But Skyward Sword takes an interesting amount of inspiration from Minish Cap and the items and stuff you get. I mentioned the Gust Jar, you get the Gust Bellows in that game, and it's the same concept, but now with the rendering power of the Nintendo Wii. But you also get the Magma Mitts in that game, which aren't exactly used the way that they do in this game. It's it opens up a little top-down mini game where you can dig through things, which it's kind of the same idea as what's happening here. But the moments are just, they're so much fun. We can dig through things. They're not an attacking item. They're they're fun puzzle time. We can dig through the dirt. We can Mulmania it up. I just had to stop for a moment to remember the name of that game. We needed to, never mind. I thought we had to Pegasus boots through there, but we were just able to roll. Phew, we barely made it. I was certain we'd run out of time. Don't worry, I'm always nervously rolling, and that managed to save us. Oh, here we go. Here's some Floor Masters. You can tell because they're a different color, and they're on the floor, which makes sense, unlike the Wall Master, who I guess Wall Masters could be chilling on the wall, and then they hop off at... Can we not pick this up? Oh, there we go. I just had to swipe it with my sword. Let's just check what's in the next room before it becomes small. I don't think there was any small stuff. Yeah, there's stairs. Those stairs, impossible to traverse as small. So let's come in here. And yeah, there's a thing that we're going to have to do, but we might as well just continue on our way. Just make sure there's nothing else we got to do first. Just pop in a hole. God, I'm so glad I noticed the animation of Lonk's eyes popping out of his head whenever he goes down. It's fun. Okay. I see. We're going to be able to... Wait, why did we become small at all? Why the hell would we become small? What's going on here? Okay, so we can hit the bottom left and top right buttons. And then we'll just have to push these sinister-looking columns. Look like they have a skull on it. Oh, no. We won't be able to do this at all, will we? Because, like, if I were to do that, then we wouldn't be able to pass... Like, if I do that, we won't be able to pass because of the block configuration. So maybe we do need to do something while we're small. And, like, it, you know, these are wider than 3, so even if we were to stand here and here, we don't have enough room to do what we're doing. So there must be something I'm missing here, and I'm guessing that something involves becoming small. Just let those pass over us. I don't know what becoming small, what are we going to do over here? I don't really see how that's going to be a game changer or anything, but we did unlock the ability to be small. Let's check our map. Because it's like we have the dungeon item. It's not like we're going to, you know, find something that changes the game even further. We've changed the damn game with our moments, and we'll have to go back to some of those areas we were previously in to to dig through the dirt, do a little bit of diggy, have a good time. But we won't be able to diggy have a good time just yet because dungeon and there's a puzzle happening that I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to do. I figured out the puzzle. I'm stupid. It has nothing to do with being small. The small, I guess, is either we either use the small later, so like we'll do this puzzle and then come back, or we'll do the puzzle and then I'm guessing in the next room that we go into, it could potentially need us to be small, and then that's the idea. Out of my way. I don't know if we can just tank these. I'm guessing if we hit these, it would like have some knockback and then be sad for us. Yeah, because like once we become small, there's no way to get to that door from here that I can immediately see. I guess we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal, you know. We'll do our best on the test. All of your dreams. Well, that's not the lyrics. It's oh wait, no, this doesn't work either. I was like, oh haha, I figured it out. We'll just stand on these two. But no, that's not the. Oh geez, what is the puzzle here? Because we gotta do something. We gotta do something with being small. But there's maybe something we can drop in. Is there just? I don't think there's something I'm just not seeing that we could do. Because like, here, let's go ahead and do this. Is there just enough distance between these two that we are actually able to traverse? Oh shit, I picked the wrong one. Because the camera follows your main link, so the fact that the other one was trying to go ahead of the camera, that would have been a little bit of difficulty for me. Oh yeah, we might have enough room to just do this. Oh, okay, yeah, I was overcomplicating this. I was like, I didn't notice that we could do that. I played a whole lot of Baba's You. Did not manage to complete it though. I was too incompetent to complete the Baba Is You in its entirety. But I love that game because, like I've said, I love block puzzles. Like these Zelda style like puzzles where it's like block pushing and pushing buttons down. They get the good brain juice going real hard, and I enjoy them a whole lot. Oh, a key. That was not what I was expecting. Was that a keyhole ahead of us? Oh, no, it was a keyhole. I didn't even realize. Yeah, but what's the point of becoming small? I guess maybe the small is just a red herring, because, like, there'd be no way to get... Oh, never mind. There is a way to get past it. I was like, once we become small, there'd be no way to get past those. But once we become small, we can walk through them. Yeah, so we'll walk out here. There's going to be something we need to become small for. There's a hole. There's some more floor masters. This leads us back to where we were. Let's go ahead and just do the Minish thing before we go down there. Otherwise, I'll forget. And or it'll just be inconvenient because we need the thing that we would have gotten from up there. I think there are 2 heart pieces in this dungeon. There were 2 in the first one, only 1 in the second one, which weirds me out personally that they're not like consistent. Like, I don't know, things like that's just always like, just make the numbers work. Just put one that's, I don't know, just to the right off the camera in Veilstone Falls, just move that into a dungeon or something. I don't know. Like, it really shouldn't like bother me, but it's just like there should be the same amount of things in everywhere in the video game, and there should be a nice amount of, you know, the collectibles or whatever. So just throw 5 more pages and Ivory Towers. Don't like make any complicated puzzles or anything. You can just do the just throw them somewhere that you just a neat place in the architecture. There's a lot of places like that in Ivory Towers. It's different completely game. It's not we're not talking about that one, but it's just it's like you can just up the number. You're making the video game. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just throw a thing down sometimes. Just please. My family's dying, and there's nothing here. It's just going through and making sure you don't unleash the anti-fairies. Unless, you know, the secret. What did we get from this? I think it was a key. Oh, yeah, it dropped the key down. That's what happened here. I'd forgot because of the thinking about ukulele and just wishing they'd throw 5 more things. But also I have, not that I'm like talking smack about ukulele. I love ukulele. And Banjo-Tooie has the same problem because it has like 90 jiggies as opposed to, you know, just throw 10 more somewhere, please. I'm begging you. But you know, numbers aren't important. Numbers aren't even real. I'm a math minor, so I can assure you, numbers barely even real. You know, we made them up to you know, make concepts like work, like so we can like count and shit, so we can feel smart. But they're fake. You know, 5 apples, it's conceptual, baby. 5 apples aren't real. I've never even seen 5 apples in the same place. Have you ever seen a tree grow 5 apples? I think not. So that's why. Oh, that was 100 rupees. I'm guessing our rupee cap is 999. So that's going to be a bit sad if we get to the cap before we can like go back to town. I guess I could always just leave the dungeon and come back. Some Chugga Conroy horse shit. No, he plans out his stuff really well. It's just, I don't know why, but it really bothered me when like in Majora's Mask, it's like, I'm gonna leave the dungeon and then come back. And it's like, that shouldn't bother you because that's a really smart way to play the game, to like, oh, you know, there's something I can go do, but it's just like, no, you beat the dungeon and then, but that Let's Play is also like 10 years old or whatever, so I shouldn't be thinking about it. But also, leaving the dungeon would be very inconvenient for us since we don't have a method of fast travel or anything, so we'd have to, you know, go through the swamp and then go back to town. And we found the big key, but we've seen the big door, but we... Oh wait, this isn't going to do what I was going to... This isn't going to do what I think it was going to do, but I'm still going to make our way back here and jump down the other side, because I was like, oh yeah, we come back up here, and then this jumping down here will be a shortcut back to the other side. But no, it's even shows you it's the skull, and you can see the 2 eyes. I always love like little puzzles like that where you have to fall in the right place. But also, you know, as I've clearly tipped my hat, if you didn't know before, was that a... Oh no, it was just a rock. I was like, what the hell did it drop? I like the Game Boy Zelda games. I think they're quite good, actually. There's a little room over there. How do we get over there? Because I didn't see... Let's just check. We always check the map. Okay, so the room to the right, there's like a little door. There's a chest in there, but I don't see a chest on the map. What is wrong with that chest? Oh, is it because we're in a single room that's like... I'm a little bit confused about our placement. It's fine probably, because we'll probably come back through here. Oops. We'll come back through here, and then we'll figure out where we... There's probably a way to loop back around. No, this is taking us to the boss door. Yeah, we're at the boss door, and there's some areas we just haven't explored. Like, I guess we never went back and traversed through the dungeon after we got the thing. Oh, also, I think I was looking at the map wrong earlier. Or maybe I wasn't? Because I was like, what's up with these 5 things? And there was like the hallway. Like, does this lead us out the hallway? Okay, yeah, no. I think I was correct, because I was looking at the little link icon. The link icon becomes like darker whenever you're not on the floor. And I was like, was I looking at the wrong one? Because it had darkened because we weren't on that floor. But no, it's just strange. The thing doesn't show up here. What is back here? Chest with Kinstone piece. Nice. We don't really need to dig through like every piece of the stuff. Oh, we have some... Oh, no, we got some Wizzrobes. I was not expecting Wizzrobes. I also wasn't expecting Wizzrobes to look this, sorry, the sprite work in this game is very good. This was some dog shit Wizzrobes. Not even that they look bad, but I was expecting the toucan ones from Wind Waker. I forgot that they were just wizards in this game, which is sad. I want the toucan ones. Those are so good. Love how weird Wizzrobes get. Also, these torches that were firing little fireballs at us. Classic Zelda enemy called face torches. Hey. They don't have faces, so the name, small bit of confusion in the name. I don't remember if there's any dirt up here, but we might as well just, pop around. Why not? Move it, Stalfos. I'm coming through. And out of my way, Keys. You'll never stop me. I don't think there was any dirt back here, but, we can always just come back and just look. Why not? Yeah, see, there's dirt. We would have missed all of this wonderful dirt we can dig through. There wasn't anything over here, but there'll be stuff. There will be stuff. Oh, you can open it with R. Sometimes you can use R as A in this game, and that's one thing I always like in video games. When it's, I don't know, it's just nice whenever you can use R as A for, things. I do it a lot in Pokemon games, because then, the only thing you need to do with your other hand at that point is, move the, Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense because you use the same hand. Whatever. I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to hit R instead of A. I don't got a good excuse anymore. I was like, well, then you can play it one-handed, which just sometimes means you can drink a soda or something, and it's nice. And it was like, but that doesn't actually check out. What am I don't know. This is not the room that I was thinking of as well, but we're getting some nice kinstones in here. Bolster our collection for the next time we need to go do some trades, and by that I mean when we start seeing more people again. Oh my god. So the room up top, we got a thing. I probably need to switch to the bow. Oh wait, what am I saying? It doesn't matter. We can see that there's nothing in there, chest-wise. I mean, I don't remember what these rooms were, but I think we got the compass in here. Yeah, we fought some doofuses, got a compass. I don't think we fought any doofuses. I think we did a puzzle. Oops, I almost fell off there. Please scoot on down. No dirt, just snakes. Snakes, the dirt of... And that's not true. Snakes are perfectly good animals. I'm not... Well, there's nothing wrong with dirt either. People disliking dirt. Shouldn't be. Dirt's fine. No problem with dirt. Did we end up getting that chest then? Because... is it just not marked on the map? Am I losing my mind? Shrug? Because, Okay. I'm going to go see if that chest that we saw, if we got it, because it's not on the map anymore, so one could assume it wasn't, but when I was looking at the map, I wasn't seeing it on the map. Also, there's 100 rupees over here that we can go ahead and collect, so hooray. That's nice. Oh, that one doesn't go anywhere. That one doesn't go anywhere. This one, whatever. I'm going to cut and go see if I can find that room. Oh, I cut and immediately walked into the room. Yeah, this was the room. We saw this on the map, or, we saw it from the other side, and I couldn't remember because it wasn't showing a chest in here. I wonder why. I guess maybe because it's not a thing we need. I don't know. It was strange. Hopefully we got all the chests in the place. There's not any more on the map, and I grabbed all the ones I can remember. Oh, and this warps us back to the boss door. Excellent. I'm going to push this again, even though we don't need to because it made the warp appear. Just to say we did it. And I don't remember the boss of this level. Oh, maybe I think that's a boss later. Oh, I remember the boss for this level. Hey, I was talking about it earlier, and you're seeing this, and you probably know what this is. You see this guy. You get it. You know what's about to happen. It's Andros. It's a good old bongo Andros. This desert boss from Mario 64. Nintendo loves these bosses. These bosses, we can joke about, the dead man volley that Zelda loves to do, these kinds of bosses. But these bosses, they are technically very smart bosses. It's just very funny because Nintendo keeps reusing this concept over and over again. But this concept's neat because mid-boss fight, we are going to become Minish and come inside the boss to mess it up, which is really cool and fun to do. There's now little Pinchy that's going to pull us out, a little crane game. So yeah, you've seen how this boss is going to go. I wish I could remember what this boss's name is, because off the top of my head, I want to say Gohdan, like Gohdan, but I think that's the name of this this kind of boss in Wind Waker, and not this one. Because while Wind Waker does have this kind of boss in it, and there is, once again, one in here, and these games are, tied together for, Zelda reasons. Well, not Zelda reasons like, timeline, etc., lore, but that these two games came out close to each other, and stuff. You understand. But it's not like it's named the same, like, these are both the same enemies. Like we've seen, like when we hit the Glee Rock, I was immediately like, I played Zelda games. I recognize this as a Glee Rock, even though I didn't know, like, I didn't know that it was a Glee Rock just off the top of my head. I knew it was a Glee Rock off the top of my head. It wasn't like I had like research and I was like, this boss's name is blank. That was just all reflex, baby. But I feel like this one has a different name. In fact, this one might be Godan, and I have them backwards. It's hard to say. I don't remember. This boss does reveal one of the weaknesses of these 2D like Zelda games, like the Game Boy ones. Oh, I had this problem in spades. But where like swapping items kind of becomes a problem. Oh, boss is dead. I thought we'd have to break all 6 of them, but you know, it's a Zelda boss. Do it 3 times, you're good. No problem. I mean, yeah, having to swap your like items around kind of becomes a pain. So it's nice when they find a way to like make that easier, like in the 3DS Zelda games. Having the menu at the bottom like makes like swapping like real easy and convenient. So it's not all that bad to like, oh, now I gotta swap my items around. So they kind of fix the problem later on. But you know, in this one less so. Like that, I think that was the first time that we've had to really like juggle items around like that. You know, in a like boss fight or something. And the Game Boy ones had that problem like way worse. So this game kind of fixed it. I was surprised that Pegasus Boost wasn't mapped to L, since I don't know if this button does anything. But here we go. We came to the top of the Fortress of Winds. We are the tribe of winds. Long have we lived with the winds. We have mastered them. Now we join them. Together, with the great winds at our backs, we head for the skies. Those who come seeking our power must play the notes Zephyr teaches. May they lead you onward to the power that you seek. And a little bird comes in and brings us the Ocarina of Wind. North, south, east, and west are all just a breath away. Hooray! I do believe that this is where the tribe of winds once lived. Yeah, bro, it says it right there on the rock. So they left for the heavens and taken their element with them. It looks like the wind element is beyond our reach for the time being. We have no choice but to press on. Let's get out of here. So I really like this. Like, Zelda doesn't do this enough where you have a like dungeon or something and you go in, it's just like, hey, bro, the thing's not here anymore. Not that it was a waste. We got the Ocarina of Winds, baby. The element was not here, but at least we now have some clues to its whereabouts. And also, you know, we got clues. So it's not just like we're you know, shit out of luck or anything. It's just we didn't get it this time. You must use the Ocarina of Wind to open a new path. Well, there's no point standing around. Go get that last element. So yeah, like, I forgot my buttons because I was thinking about L again. So yeah, like as you can see, we did not find the element of wind in the wind runes. Oh, that's cute, the way the clouds kind of fog over the where the dungeon would be. It's a nice little thing. So we don't know where the I still want to stay on the map actually. We don't know where the wind element is anymore, but we do know where the spoilers water element is. So we're just gonna go after that one while we figure out some clues about the wind element's whereabouts, which, you know, I think that's just a fun thing where it's just like you go through the dungeon, you get to the end, it's like, yeah, bro, not here anymore. Which, you know, like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, we didn't get the thing. What the hell? But also now as an adult, it's like, that means one extra dungeon. Tasty. And we play the classic Zelda theme. Well, not Zelda, you know, the whistle theme from Super Mario Brothers 3 and Zelda 1. You know what I'm talking about. So now, hey, I was just saying it, and I kept kind of teasing and spoiling it accidentally, but fast travel. We can now fast travel those sigils we've been finding that are rattled. Ezlo will rattle him no more, because now we know that these wind crests, we can travel to them. Hooray, we can go wherever we want. Aha! So that's the mysterious mark we've been seeing. So that mysterious mark we've been seeing is a wind crest. I think it slapped a V in there accidentally. If you play the Ocarina of Wind, Zephyr comes to pick you up and fly you away. That means that we can have Zephyr carry us to any other wind crest we've seen. Are you following me along the side? Yeah, I understand. Don't hurt your brain. Bro! So rude. Don't just give it a try and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just did. We did it. Man, what a rude bird. Goose. Minish. Sage. Sorcerer. You can't trust wizards. So yeah, that's the episode. Oh, wait, can we... I have to try something. Can we... Yeah, you can dodge the bird like in Link to the Past. Oh, that's so good. Also, this bird is Zephyr. I was like, who's Zephyr? Zephyr's the bird. Oh, postman ran out of town. Postman got to go deliver some deliveries. Some mail. Postman, you're back. You're so damn fast. So that's the episode. Sorry for this also being a long one, not as long as last one, but we did the dungeon. We found the dungeon. Then we did the dungeon, and now we're here. And now we need to find some clues to the next one. We're gonna go to the water one, but we do need. Happy episode. This is the Swordsman Newsletter number 2. Would you like to read it? Swordsman Newsletter number 2. This year's must-have item. Have you seen those sparks that move along walls? Your sword doesn't work, so maybe you've given up on fighting them. But have you tried all your items? Like, what about your boomerang? Give that a shot. You might be surprised at the results. Teach us, teacher. Monster took your shield? Well, don't get all down about it. All hope is not lost. Beat him up quickly and you might just get it back. Swiftblade's gossip column. The Mirror Shield. A beautiful, glimmering shield capable of reflecting monster shots. You can use it to turn their attacks back at them, or so they say. But it's just a rumor. Swiftblade signing off. Issue 2 is out the door. We've got our first reader letter. Let's answer it now. Hey Swiftblade, what's your best feature? That would be my eyebrows. I spend a lot of time grooming these suckers. See you in issue 3. Until next time, warriors.